What's your problem with that though?
That's what I think about when I think of.
Cut it.
Why did you feel the need to say that?
You don't know what this person is going through.
But he has to know.
Okay,
The outdoor message on it.
Okay.
That's such a funny story that you remind me of. Now we bought it.
Question of the day, fellas. So, if a woman you used to be sexually involved with comes to you after 3 months and tells you that she's pregnant for you, would you take care of her during the pregnancy or would you wait until the paternity test results? Scandalous.
So I assume when I get this text, like this a text or this a phone call? When I get this,
Whatever. Let's just say the text. Let's say the text.
you sure? I sent a voice note. You sure? That's me. Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like I's the type of person who's like, all right. In the meantime, because like I recently learned, like they'll educate me that you can't have the paternity test until like it ain't good for the child until
It's born.
till it's born. So I guess like in the interim, we say, all right, I might as well like chill out and watch like. I don't know what consists of taking care of her is. I guess what is the whole run of that?
Go into the doctor's
appointment. That's what I say, like to me, it's like the doctor's appointment.
Buying
Possibly
food
go to
when
the
she
baby
craves.
shower.
Yeah, when she
it,
hungry,
rubbing her back,
helping
when
her
she
set up the
pain,
crib,
buying things that she probably gonna
See,
need.
gnocchi bad.
going to the Maz classes,
And you know,
the Maz classes,
the
and
birthing classes.
how to tell how to breathe.
I can't interchange with the other boy because it's clearly like, bro. I guess I said like so I say, bro, okay, I can pay the light bill this month. You pay the thing bill. I mean,
You'll
yeah,
go
for
to
the
the class
most part,
this week.
I can be involved in like for the long run. I just let you know though, I can be very evil and vindictive in the long run to save my child because I can be mad and I really can believe. I can believe it all my heart and soul you didn't know that the entire time and you was egging me on. I can really believe that. But for the most part, yeah, man, I can just be there for my child because I love to take care of my child. Or me as a person, if I have to bring a child into this world, I look forward to that like process. So, you know, whoever it is, regardless of our incident or situation, I can go for it. I can try to take care of it.
What about you, Andrea? You're gonna leave by the byways
Well,
and highways?
my initial reaction, if the last time I was with this person was 3 months ago, and then they messaged me and tell me it's mine, I was like, sounds a little bit suspicious.
But she
to
said
me.
she's 3 months
Nah,
pregnant though.
I'm like, that's a little bit weird. Why just be like, no, but she waited
Some
3
people
months to
don't
say
know.
anything about anything.
Some people don't know.
like she don't miss a period.
No,
like,
no.
Some people
man.
like some people like
Yeah.
have their period for the entire 9
Yeah.
months, and then you have some people because you know you have cases where like people go into the bathroom and next thing you know they deliver a baby in the bathroom.
What?
Then
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
Imagine you get born in the toilet.
Shitty
Jesus
baby.
Christ.
That was actually almost me.
What? I
That
don't
was
think she's saying that
actually
on
almost
camera.
me.
What about you, William?
I don't know, man. This one
William check you when the baby born, like.
because
When you have proof, check
I
me.
don't know. I really don't know because I mean, y'all ain't have Plan B, like Plan C.
Plan B is expensive.
It sounds like what y'all gonna do
More
is like
expensive
tell
than
her,
taking care
you
of
know,
a child.
buy these things, get the receipts together, and if it's yours, then just give back half of the receipts. Then at that point,
Keep your receipts. That sounds like a plan, man. I'm making a special pile for you, and I can let you know 6 months later
safe.
exactly how much
yes,
I don't know about that.
I need from you.
I guess this argument based on the idea like you want the child, so you can feel.
Yeah,
more
like,
if
that's
you
what I'm
don't-
saying, like, that's
I guess
what
as a
I'm
gentleman, if you don't want the child and she decided to keep the child, what's the argument there? Like, when it
Yeah.
comes to there, like, what's the?
she just take it to court
But why
because
you?
technically you still made it. Like,
But why? Okay, yeah.
But can
she will.
she can only take him to court after she has proof that he's a father.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But sometimes the court orders them to do a paternity test anyway. Even if he doesn't want to do it, the court would order it.
But from time to paternity
Yeah,
test.
so
Yeah,
then-
if them bond.
but
Oh,
then
no, I
if
can
the
just run
child-
that up and tell a child one.
Exactly.
So technically,
man.
if he waits and then cause all the trouble he want, ignore the lady for the whole time and then just wait until he have proof, then he not gonna have no problem. And I mean, it's his child, right? Right?
Because you'll say that, nah, I can see me being an asshole. Like, alright. So how much these things cost? Just start putting the money aside.
But that's not even mean that as I taking care of you, boss. Because next thing you spend all this money is not your child.
I can be mad.
But it would, okay, but what if it is yours and wouldn't you be sad that you're missing out on the opportunity to have that bonding moment during the pregnancy and all
You'll
these
just
things?
wait until child number
But
2.
what about but wait, this is all depend. This for me is all dependent on how involved we was before. You see, it's just a casual person. We was just doing things
like
with.
your friends with benefits or whatever.
So if we just friends with
it
benefits,
limit-
why you want to keep my baby for?
Because maybe the person don't believe in abortion. You don't know.
For real, I mean, you don't know the person that
That's
well
why I
to
say,
begin
like, to
with.
me, I was like, you can reach a point where it's like, well, she want to keep the child. I'd be like,
Why you keeping that child for?
I
Yeah.
child, like.
I don't
I
understand.
can't fight her for that. Though. It's like, man, like I can.
Yeah.
I always had that mentality. I've been in situations where it's like,
To be
if
honest
she says she don't want abortion, I can just have to run
Microphone
with it.
boss.
I just have to
Yeah.
run with it because it's like,
Yeah.
And me
For
personally, I
me-
don't be the type of dude to say, I get this girl pregnant, I didn't want a child, so I just dip.
I
just say,
sigh,
fuck
but
the
that
child.
sounds to
Yeah,
me like a trap.
Well, Andre, why you're so quiet?
No. Come on. Let's
Sound like trauma
let's
happening?
not do that.
Trauma.
Let's not. No. I feel like if it turns out it was mine, then I would definitely want to be there. Even if I didn't want the child, at the end of the day,
Would you force an abortion? Like,
Would I-
well, would you like really pressure her into like?
I
you
mean,
know?
I would let her know what my stance is.
If she didn't do it, would you be a part of the child life?
Yeah. I mean, if it's my child, then like,
But I
Like-
think
That's
just
still
ain't
your
fair for the
blood.
child. That ain't fair for the child on her part either, because it's like, why? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you, this is just for me, right? But if you're going to have this child and you know I don't want a child, you ain't feel that that's not really fair because you know you're forcing me to have to interact with the child. That's not
May
really
tell
fair for
interact
the
with her
child.
to interact with your bank account
Where's
and
it?
me.
Where's it?
yeah.
Just interacting with a bank account.
Yeah, you have to interact with each other if you don't want to, but you created this
Gonna
life.
take you to
No,
court.
but I'm saying
Like,
that that's not fair
yes.
for the child. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yes, yes.
Because it's like you already know from jump that there's going to be drama in the future because I really want a child. You know, so it's not like I mean maybe I will grow to want the child right once it's coming, but at that moment in time it's coming in into a negative atmosphere. I really like that. So I feel like that's not really a decision that's good for the child on
You
your
think she should
behalf.
try it right?
to
She
do
should just
that.
like Kobe it.
Yeah.
Trash can.
Wow.
Like you
yeah.
think that's where she just like.
Exactly.
Swoosh,
Like finance,
yeah.
she just flush. Just so okay.
Oh, okay.
Clothes hang on $1 for
I
the
feel like-
Walmart now.
I feel
Oh
like
my
if it is that
I wire
You know, hot Guinness.
Stop that. Stop that.
Do not try this at home.
Okay.
Stop that.
No, I was just saying, like, I feel like if I was in that situation where I ended up like hooking up and then I am being this, I'm pregnant or I want a child and he don't want a child, I feel like I'm just gonna accept it. Okay, well, you don't have to. I'll do this. I'll do this on my own because if let's say I reach 33 years old, you know, and I don't have no child yet, and then I go and I abort this child, and then by the next time I try, because there's complications at a certain age when you do things, like there's a lot that you have to take into consideration, and I'll probably hold on to that child. If you want to be a part of that child life, that's on you, but for me, I would be like, okay, well, this is the consequences to my actions, so that's my like I will take care of that baby if you want to be in it or not. I probably wouldn't even come to you for like money or anything. I'd put in my mind that this is for me, this is my responsibility. I'll do what I gotta do to make ends meet. Like I would do that for my child.
Would you allow the dad when the child's now 18, you done pay everything for the child's now all grown up, would you allow the dad at that point?
Depends. He going to be in the
Not your
NBA?
choice.
Yeah, like your kid going like the
Daniel
NBA,
Jones.
like
That's a child's
I
choice.
mean,
Daniel
the thing
Joyce.
is, right? I would want the child to have a relationship with their father,
Yes.
but I'm going to be petty about it.
You must
I'm
have
going to
some
be
kind of
bitty,
animosity.
bitter. I'm going to be like, there is going to be a tension
Now after all the work
because
done.
I do all of this. You didn't want a child however long ago, you know.
Yeah.
Now you go. And what if my child is famous? Now you want to come and play daddy?
Yes.
Carry
That's
on.
exactly that's what
Yes.
happened.
No.
Carry yes.
I can play devil's advocate. Because the father wasn't there, that's what give that child that drive to build that community.
then stay out.
Use that struggle.
Stay
Now,
out.
let's
Stay
just say
out.
he was-
Stay
he was
out.
both
Stay out.
there.
Don't
He
mess
was
it up
famous.
then.
He had a regular job.
Okay,
Come on,
okay,
come on.
but then he come in. Then he come in his life, he lose all the drive. What happened? Carry on.
No,
Carry on.
so he didn't reach there. He have the memories.
But he has to reach further.
Exactly.
He's not supposed to
Mess it up.
settle.
So you think as soon as I reach, he can just fix everything? Say,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm thinking anymore.
Question.
That's good, right? The hole is filled, right?
I have another question for the women. Would you would you guys tell your child that the dad didn't want to be in their life? Okay, so your child asks, because children obviously are going to ask like, yo, where my daddy? Why me ain't got a daddy? Like, why we never got daddy and me ain't got none? Would you tell the child honestly, like, hey, this was the situation and I decided to keep you, and like, what would you even?
He dead off.
I feel like
Died.
that's very sensitive because it's
Yes.
a sensitive topic because that shapes how a child thinks, and you have to, like, you know, my daddy never loved me, my daddy never want me, like there's a lot, and if it's a girl that'll come into daddy issues, and
It'll
like
come.
it's
Everybody
a
got
lot,
Like, and it also, like,
well, yeah,
like
yeah,
while
yeah,
they're growing up, like, you know, like from like birth until like they're like 16, like, you know, you're gonna make up a nice little story to tell them and everything, and then at some point you're gonna have to sit down and explain to them, okay, this is what has actually happened here, and this is like the truth of the matter, because like if they find out on their own eventually before like you tell them, it's going to mess them up.
Yes.
So like you need to like wait until like they're a proper age to tell them like, okay, so this is the situation that has happened here, but you don't want to tell them too soon because like Steph said, like could resolve in some daddy issues.
I
some
feel like
issues
you're
growing
gonna have
up.
daddy issues anyway though if you don't say nothing.
But
But I feel like you
pause,
gonna look at that lie.
pause. No, go ahead. But pause for in this situation, right? So okay. So say now the reason that you had approached the person because you thought that this was the father, right? Suppose then they end up the father and you don't know who the father be, right? Where you really gonna tell the child in future, you know? Okay, but pause. So say the man had been in the child life, right? And decided to continue to be with the child. Where you gonna tell the child in the future? Right?
they
Oh, you know, I
wouldn't
thought he
die?
was your daddy, but he wasn't really a daddy, but he
JK. LOL. Like,
know?
okay, you're saying that did the guy stay in the
yeah,
child's life?
he stayed in the child life.
Well, if
Just,
he stayed in the child's life, that he's still a father figure. Then
Yeah,
okay.
like I feel like
we move.
but that's she's a father figure.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna tell the child in the future. But I thought, are you gonna
Hey, they
explain the
don't need
situation?
to know that they biologically
no,
In that
like-
situation, that's your daddy. Like
Exactly.
That's your daddy.
Yeah.
But then
Doesn't matter if
in
he's
some
biologically
situations, like for
yours.
health purposes or whatever, you have to tell them straightforward, like, okay, this is not biologically your
We
dad.
will cross
right?
that
Yeah.
bridge
Which
when
is,
we get
yeah,
there.
you just be
But
honest.
they will know this on their birth certificate because it will not say that that's their father.
Hey, on their birth certificate, it will show that is the father because that's what I thought in the beginning.
Hello?
I mean, like sometimes you can just be honest with adults at that point. It's like if they're old enough, you could even just tell them like, oh, whatever, this was a situation, but this guy did step up. He loves you. This, you know, like if the person already loves the child, then I don't.
Yeah, I think it's just like they don't have to be your biological
Biological,
father, but
yes.
they could still be a father
Father.
to you and be able to provide that kind of support and whatever it is you need for like healthy development.
Another question. What do y'all think about if let's say that was y'all, right? You're with a woman now. She happens to be pregnant, but she tells you like, hey, I don't really know if you're the father or somebody else. And then she makes that somebody else like the godfather.
What was our relationship?
Disrespectful.
Messy. That is so messy.
That's disrespect.
That is messy.
Like
I'd have-
uncle, you know?
No, 6 months ago you didn't even know if he was gonna be the
Yeah.
daddy. I was like, it's the god daddy. I'm like, bro, you're slaughter for my child. Oh my
Okay.
god, that's crazy.
But why would she make that person the godfather though?
Maybe she just really has feelings for that person. Maybe she
It sounds like he need to be the
feelings.
daddy.
She sound like she messy.
You can't know
Like,
stuff like this
yo.
happens or stuff like this
No, but
literally happens.
that is
in your
messy.
world.
But you have to be mature enough to be like, okay, you're the father, but I don't want to be with you, so I'm gonna be with the guy that I have feelings for. Like you just
Okay.
See, I don't know
Some
if
of
y'all-
these girls.
I don't know if y'all gonna equate this, right? But that's like me saying I have used my wife, whatever, of in my child, and I realized like, you know, I wanted to be the godmother of my ex because she was a really good person to me. Like she helped me out a lot. She do a lot.
Exactly.
It
Look at
happens.
that, like, but you might look at that like, you want your ex to be my god.
my
Somebody
child
gets
godmother.
rat
No,
poison.
like yeah,
It's messy.
It happens.
Like for me, I'd be like, no, but she's a really good friend. I trust her. She do this, and I do
we
like,
would
look at that, like,
fight.
What next?
No.
We would fight.
Just fight.
And you want that person in my child life? Nah, B. Nope.
Sorry.
What allow you of a trip? What time it is?
Well, I have a question for y'all. Let's say, right, that, you know, y'all are nice gentlemen. Y'all are sweethearts, as I
Oh, the
would
gold.
assume. Let's say you take care of the mom, you take care of the baby, you grow fond of the baby, you grow fond
In
of
the
the
womb.
thought, you grow
In the
fond,
womb.
Whole
yes.
situation.
You
In
get
the womb.
attached
Being a
because of being
father.
there,
To be a
going through the
daddy.
thing. Until after 6 months, you do the test and it just like, bam, in yours.
The baby come out of the womb.
Like, boom.
It's not yours.
That's
what would
Uncle
you do?
Tom's baby. Then what?
Come on, like
Why Uncle Tom? Why Uncle Tom?
Like, what would you guys do?
Pulling on my phone and going in the group chat. Let's go.
No, for real. Like, whoa.
Like real talk though. Like man, like gone. In my mind, right? I don't look at it as a scenario of I ain't gonna envision it as a scenario of her saying I wasn't sure and I really believe it. I feel as though she knew who it was or she knew for sure it wasn't me. Like I really believe that. Like she had a very good idea. So when that happened, I'd be like, you didn't know this. Like I can believe that. I can personally believe that.
But if the baby was not mine, that means somebody else should be involved.
Oh, you're
Yeah, that means there's another person who we haven't been talking
Somebody
about.
else is supposed to be here.
Yeah.
If the baby end up not mine,
Somebody
somebody
else
was
who
supposed
owes
to be
me
here
all
from
of these
jump
fees.
because
Maybe
then
she had
I'm
just
an
like a
ass.
one night
Yeah.
stand or something. Like,
You best go talk to her, tell her where this man is, and
I
ask
want to
that
know.
man
You
know what
for
I mean?
your
She
money
tried
and
talking.
time back.
Because that means either she tried to talk to him and he didn't answer, or she talked to him and he say no.
You
She
see,
put
so you were the fool in the
Exactly.
situation.
Nah, that's
okay,
what I'm telling
let
you.
me give y'all the
She picked
backstory
up
or
one with
something.
the bigger
Let's say
pockets.
you was you and you. What do you call it? What do kids call it? Friends with benefits, right? Let's say you and your friends
Kids.
with benefits. Y'all and your friends with benefits. Let's say y'all dealing for like a good 3 months or whatever.
Little fling.
You know, no fling. Like y'all decided like, okay, we're gonna have sex with each other, but we don't want nobody else. We don't want it serious. Cool. Then y'all decided like, it's kind of boring, ain't working out for me. You're moving on. Let's say she have like a one night stand after that, which is normal. And then it's after that is when she find out she's pregnant. So of course she gonna still be thinking in her mind like, okay, I've been with my friends benefits for 3 months. Nobody gonna really think like, oh, was it the one night stand?
But it is something that you have to keep in mind.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes, it's true. It's true. It's true. I don't know. Man.
You best find that one night stand
Me
situation.
no.
But we would hope that she know who the one do this.
Truth.
She better hope she know who the one do
Talk,
this.
talk,
Yeah.
shoot, talk, shoot. So would you ask her like, bro, with the next man, like?
Oh yeah.
First question.
Like, okay,
No,
no.
that's what he's asking. You sure it's mine? Who else is
Next
involved?
question. Next
I
question.
only
Okay.
had sex with
Would
and
you
so
guys
like, why do
go
it?
to the doctor visits with the next man standing up next to you? Like this one big whole happy family. I'm sorry. I'm just like lifetime. Lifetime.
Five of us.
Oh my god, no.
I might be betting with him on the
Was
side.
it like the third? Because no, there's a situation like this. Like there's the movie. I think it was like the last Bridget Jones's Diary. Like she got pregnant. She had sex with one man and she had sex with another man. Like right after, and then both of them went to the doctor's appointment. I know it was a movie, but both of them went to the doctor's
Imagine if more than
appointment.
two. Imagine if it was a situation where it's more than two. Imagine
just
like
like
3 or 4 people in
Yo.
the hall
FaceTiming.
waiting.
3 of us gone into the office and we just taking bets. We just like,
I'm telling you this, yo.
Like you're all at like the Lamaze class and everything. Like yo, what's up? You good? Oh,
we
did your
gotta
mom do this?
But it's a simple procedure between me and him. We can bet. We can both pay for everything halfway through.
Yeah.
At the end, whoever child it is, we reimburse the next nigga. Like, bro, we won the back. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Short term loan. Yeah.
After you get my money back, I might buy you around the best and congratulate you.
Oh, but then
Bro, you're
at the
a
end of
father.
Bridget Jones's Diary, she got married to the real father, and then the other guy was the best man at the wedding. So
all right, let's
Anyway,
Well, I guess that's why it's a movie.
That sounds
Anywho.
very Caucasian, boy.
very British.
very
They probably became
unseasoned.
friends and they bonded. I didn't see him.
Well,
he probably became the Godfather too.
He did.
I tell all you.
I know you lie.
I tell all you them story.
The
know, it's
third
worse.
Bridget
I-
Jones
like-
Diary.
Plus, too, I feel like it might be a thing of like the two dudes, like, what is the word? I don't know. Might be like, I don't know what to say the term for it, but they might feel like envious of each other because they like the woman so much.
Yeah.
So I can see you
Yeah.
being like, so afterwards, I ain't the father, so he can make her. Like this, like,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
That's if he end up catching feelings for the girl,
I
though.
feel as though like at that point you might I guess I don't know how the scenario goes. Different ways the scenario could go. It might be, you know, like when they break up as friends with benefits, she break it off with him and he's still like, oh, then she come back pregnant, so he might have been hype.
Yeah.
Then learn he ain't the
She's
father.
like,
It's
she's
wow.
bad.
Yeah.
She tried to-
But I still hung up from the beginning of this. Like that's what had me. It's like, so why y'all okay? If y'all know from jump you don't want to have abortion, right? why are you out here taking these risks? You're not on birth control. You're
Ask
not doing
them.
plan
Hey,
B,
birth
actually not.
control.
Ask the
Birth
people.
control
Ask
is not
them.
100%.
That's
It's true.
but
It's
that's
true.
where you have
Condoms can
plan
break.
B. You have birth control. You have plan B. You have
Hey,
everything, right?
plan B is
Condoms,
also
yeah.
not 100%.
But you should
That's
still
what
try
you-
it.
But you should still
Yeah.
try.
When you're
You should still
ovulating,
be on
plan
it,
B
though.
doesn't work, ladies. Just gonna let you know that in advance.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's when you need it most, though.
When you're ovulating, exactly.
And it's also the guy decide to hit it raw. Like you want to take the risk. Do it
Like, have you seen like the pictures of like the baby being born and it has like the implants in his head?
bro. I can't lie. At the times I've hit it raw. Oh, sorry, I was gonna say at the times I hit it raw, I was more scared of baby than disease. I was even thinking like I should go get tested because I clearly might. I'm more scared like, I hope she get the like. Oh, she period. You're scared. You get a text like. Day to day, man. I gotta take.
Now watch your ass. Antibiotics right there.
The first time she texts you in the
I
morning,
rather buy
every time you
antibiotics
just like,
than baby food though. So
Fox.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
A baby's expensive. That is an investment.
Expensive.
I feel like I'd still be suspicious at first, like, what is this? But but I would be there. I'd be there until we find out what's really going on, and then at that point,
That's cute.
Oh, out of there.
dip it. But that's me.
I started thinking of a whole nother scenario. But what if I find like the love of my life now with my actual gal while it's going on? But, so I have to look at my gal and explain, no, like
Yeah.
I have to
It was
try to see
before
this
you,
through.
honey. It
Yeah.
was
Like, I have to go
before
see this through,
you.
and I lose my girl, and in the long run,
Yeah.
it ain't
Well,
my
if
baby,
your
but I
girl
be so
can
like,
understand.
I lose my
Yeah.
girl. But I just saying, like I can beat her. Like I look at it as just part of like the risk of what that event that happened. Like that's part of it. Like this is a possibility this could happen. So I can sit it through and see what happened. Hopefully,
Adults.
I don't want to say hopefully, like, in this scenario, because I don't know how much I want this woman to be my baby mother. That might have been that type of situation, but like, if that's my child, I can try to be the best father I could be possibly to my child, and yeah, I can stick it out for that.
Basically the same thing.
I still get the
honestly,
test, though.
yeah.
I still get the
Basically
test
same
done.
thing. I read in it all, I guess. I mean, I gonna be Bex either way, but I go write it all because I mean, suppose it's my child. You know how bad I would feel after if it's really my child and then I ain't do shit. That'd be fuck up. So I'll be there. I mean, we're gonna see what happens if it's not my fucking child. But yeah,
I feel like if I was a dude, I'd have dip until you give me proof.
wow, you cool.
That's
Man, I wouldn't mean honestly, I wouldn't be there at all.
that's a hot take.
You gonna catch bus to go doctor's appointment. No taxi.
All I get from that is I grow up soft. See, but I used to type of do when they playing 21 questions. I used to be like, one of my, I ain't talking about 21 questions, but I'd be like, so how you feel about abortion? This is some of the things I ask in advance, like long, and so I know from like a while back, like, all right, in case we get to this scenario, I already know what your perspective on this is.
But
So
that's
midway
somebody-
through.
That's
But
somebody you
that's
planning
somebody you
for.
dealing with. Like,
Suppose
it's not like
you
one
there
night
at the
stand.
fence
one
and
night
you're gonna date with somebody. You asking him that in the car ride? How you about abortion? They say, I keep that shit. You know?
A nuclear straight off.
One night standing, that scare me. I really believe in when they call them for one night stands. Like, I ain't talking to this person who know you. Oh, like,
That's
scary to me. That's really scary to me.
Yeah, I'm not on.
Anything wrong.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well,
Use a condom. Birth control is there. Plan B. You know.
Stay
IUD,
protected.
something.
No,
Next
the
morning,
babies
yes.
be coming like they coming out to the womb with that in their hand.
That's it.